Is using Linux Mint as easy as using Windows? Are Linux distributions really as hard to use as reputation would have it? We will compare a sample Linux distro, Linux Mint 20 to Windows 10, to see if there really is a difference in the difficulty level between the two. This is part 1 of 2 in our comparison. Let's take a look at these two operating systems. Hi, Dennis Ray here. At first glance, Linux Mint has a similar layout as Windows, but underneath the hood, they are quite different. Windows doesn't include much in the way of software to get you up and running out of the box. There are a number of apps included, but their quality and degree of usefulness can vary. Linux Mint, on the other hand, comes pre-installed with enough software so you can be productive without having to install much else. When you download the ISO image of Windows install program, it comes in at a hefty 4.9 gigabytes. Linux Mint ISO image is 1.8 gigabytes, a big difference in size and the time to download. Windows is very easy to install as it takes you through the steps. Linux Mint is also easy to install. I did a video about how to install Ubuntu flavors, including Linux Mint. I'll put a link in the description below. The desktop on both are comparable. There's a taskbar on the bottom, which can be moved to other locations like the top and right and left sides. Also, the taskbar can be set to automatically hide. Both have icons for battery, sound control, files, internet browsers, and access to the start menu. The Windows start menu lists apps alphabetically, has access to settings and files, has pinned apps, and a power button. The menu doesn't feel as comfortable as Windows 7 or XP did. I did a video of how to add a classic menu to Windows 10. You can see the link in the description below. Mint's menu has a listing of all apps and apps listed by category. A favorites bar with settings, software repository, and access to files, and of course a power button. It actually has a very comfortable feeling to it. Getting software for Windows is not difficult. There are a lot of freeware sites where you can download the best freeware you can install. Also, there are sites with lists of the best freeware that you can use for a number of different purposes. To find the best software to buy, you can use search engines. Uninstalling software can be done in the control panel or with third-party programs. By the way, I did a video on how to use Geek Uninstaller. See the link below. The best third-party uninstallers remove not only the program, but files, folders, registry files, and so on that are related to the program. The Windows uninstall program doesn't always remove all these items. Getting software in Linux Mint and installing is even easier than in Windows. In fact, it's more akin to using the Windows App Store. This is the software manager in Linux Mint. And to get to it, you go to the Start menu, go to the second icon from the top. In it, you'll see editor's picks for different software and categories where you can choose what software you'd like to install. And there are actually more than 60,000 different programs available in the software repository, which is a huge selection. To find a particular program, you can go to the search bar and just type in what you're looking for. It will start searching after you've typed in 3 letters. I wanted to get vocal screen recorder. You click on that, and it has some information about the program, what it does. It has screenshot, it has reviews, and also some detailed information about the program. And to install it, you just click the bar. And when it's installed, it will appear in the Start menu under the category that it should be at. For instance, vocal screen recorder would be under sound and video. Now say I want to uninstall a program. In the software manager, if I go to the search bar and type in the program I want to uninstall. For instance, I want to uninstall Rhythmbox. We'll find it on the listing. The green check means it's installed. I hit that and just hit remove. Another way of uninstalling a program is to go into the Start menu, find the program you want to uninstall. So once again, Rhythmbox, go to sound and video, and if I right click on it and go down to uninstall, and there again it will uninstall it. Easy. What do you actually get as far as programs and apps with each operating system? Well, looking at Windows, we get a lot of apps. Some are useful, some not. What is the difference between apps and programs? Yeah, it's hard to explain, but all apps are programs. Not all programs are apps. And that's as clear as mud. Apps are constructed different than programs and can run across multiple platforms of Windows, like Windows, Xbox, and HoloLens. Programs are constructed to run on just the operating system. And sometimes the terms are interchangeable. But looking at the menu, we have a number of different apps. 3D viewer, alarms, clocks, calculator, calendar, camera, Cortana, feedback hub, get help, groove music, maps, Microsoft Edge, of course, Windows browser, very useful. Solitaire, nice. Store, mixed reality, movies and TV, Office, just a trial. OneDrive, backup. OneNote can be useful. Paint 3D, people, photos. Photos can be quite useful. Settings, Skype, Snip and Sketch, useful. Sticky notes, yes. Tips. Video editor, very useful. Voice recorder can be useful. Weather, and then there's some Windows accessories that can be useful. Windows Media Player, play music and videos, good. WordPad, you can look at some Word documents with that. And a number of other things, administrative tools, PowerShell, security, very, very useful. Xbox, your phone could be useful. So there are some useful apps, not a lot of programs though. And once you get Windows, if you really want to be productive, you may need to install some programs. In Linux Mint, the developers try to include plenty of programs so after it's installed you can be productive without having to install more programs. So let's take a look and see what's included. In the Start menu, of course, there's a list of all the applications, but it's nice that they're divided up into categories like in accessories, there is a image viewer, redshift, which changes blue light and takes it away, so it's just the red light. So before you go to bed, you'll be able to sleep better without having the blue light keeping you up. Screenshot, and graphics, we have a scanner, drawing app, a photo viewer, internet, we have a browser, it's a chat program, email manager, transmission, which is for torrent files. Under Office, we have Calendar and LibreOffice Suite, which is very useful and handy. It's very similar to Microsoft Office. Sound and video, we have a video player, music player, and then there's administration, preferences, places, access to all your different files, recent files, so it's a pathway, a fast pathway to the files that you've looked at before. Nice, very useful. In Windows, you will need to do periodic computer maintenance. If you go into this PC, right click on C drive, properties, tools, optimize, and this is where you can optimize the drive, but it actually does not do the best job. There are third-party applications that will do a better job. I have a folder for maintenance, and I have a cleaner. I use CCleaner, but I also use Wise Disk Cleaner. They both do a very good job of cleaning out the drive, getting rid of extraneous files, old files that are no longer needed, and so forth. And also for Defrag, I use Smart Defrag, and recently I did a video about how to use this, and I'll put a link for that in the description below. In Linux Mint, actually you don't have to do much computer maintenance at all. You don't need to defrag it. You can clean out the files at times, but it's really not going to affect the performance as such. So that is the maintenance between Windows and what you would do in Linux Mint. In part 1, we reviewed what the desktops of Windows and Linux Mint look like, the programs and apps that come with them, how to install software, and required maintenance. Be sure to check out part 2, where we will look at settings, antivirus, updates, backups, privacy concerns, memory usage, and some final thoughts about Windows versus Linux Mint. See the link below for part 2. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe below. Leave comments and hit the bell to be notified of new videos. See you.